Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by, man. You guys already know what to do, man. Make sure you guys smash that like, click that notification bell, you know what I'm saying, so you guys can stay notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets. So before I even dive right into it, man, and jump it off, I would just like to say, man, if you know you're not like a Christian, spiritual person or a straight person, you know, you may not want to, you know what I'm saying, even tune in on this one, man, because it might get a little crazy. Because I mean, at some point we all have to stand up for something that we believe in, you know, and it's just done became so offensive to the point where it's like, okay, when can somebody step in and say, okay, time out? We don't need Sweet Baby Inc. jumping in the middle of everything, writing all these woke games, you know what I'm saying, offending the Christians and straight people, and nobody's allowed to say anything. Nobody is allowed to give any pushback. Nobody can say anything. It's just like, it's only one way. You know, it's kind of biased in a way. It's like, okay, we're going to allow, you know, the rainbow community, the feminist movement, all the woke agendas, the diversity, so-called, but then they scream this word right here, equality. And another reason why Sony is doing bad, because they're trying to go woke. You know, Horizon Forbidden West did not have to bring out a woke DLC. So Sony will do anything for money right now. I mean, they're hard up for money, man. They are selling their soul. You know, that's what being greedy, grimy, shady, low down and dirty gets you, man. They're trying to do all these little exclusive backdoor deals behind Xbox back so that you can get the one up on Xbox, and now the tables have turned, and now you can't even compete with GamePass. GamePass is dropping, you know, AAA bangers back to back to back, and they can't even do nothing about it. Now they're just sitting in the corner crying, trying to stop and block Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal. FTC ain't no good either. They're dirty snakes as well. But they don't go after Sony for all this woke garbage that they're trying to push on people. If Sony don't find out how to get the ball rolling, if they don't find out how to make games of a service hit, you know, these AAA bangers sell, they're going to become a publisher just like Sega, the ones that they knocked off the map in the 90s, in the early 2000s. Like, do they really want that? Or are they going to get it together and start catering to their fan base? So, equality. That's all what you hear. Oh, we want to give everybody opportunity. We want to show everybody that they can be a part of whatever we're doing. We want everybody to sing Kumbaya together. But that's not how it really is. You know, let's just be real. You know, this stuff that they're doing, all this pushing all these agendas, the rainbow community, the feminist movement, you know, it's not equality. It's not, because you're only seeing one side of it, because Sweet Baby Inc. and ESG, they formed this point system that they're paying off all these big time corporations and companies to basically inject all this woke garbage into their business. So whether it's movies, video games, TV shows, whatever, clothing, anything, they're going to be a part of it, because they are all sinners. You know, that's what they do. They're serpents. You know, this is devil's work, man. This ain't God's way, man. Nah, man, I'm talking about, like, the main focus was to push the rainbow community, but they're going to try to sidetrack everybody and say that it's about everything else. You know, that's how it happens. That's how all these movements happen. You know, it's crazy that the main thing that started all this was Black Lives Matter. You know, all the politics, they didn't like that. So it's like, okay, we're going to form our other groups out here, because they have 50 trillion in the bank. So I mean, if you got 50 trillion in the bank, you can pretty much do anything you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I'm against anybody. I have a problem with anybody. I just don't like this stuff being forced on us, and we didn't ask for it. It's just crazy, man, to see that it's been going down out here in these gaming streets. I mean, every day, all day, I've been seeing people rant and talk about this Sweet Baby Inc. thing. I've been hearing everybody say, go to Steam and sign up for the Sweet Baby Inc. Detective. Subscribe to the Sweet Baby Inc. Detective page on Steam, PC Steam, because you will actually be able to see every game that they woke up and they worked on. So basically, all these agendas that's being pushed in these games, even if it's big or small, it don't matter. Like, the main thing is pushing the rainbow community, because that right there is against the Bible. That's against the word. Race swaps, you know, women empowerment, that's normal stuff. But when you're stepping into sin and you're trying to make that pretty much the spotlight and the head of it and say, oh, well, everybody need to be equality. Everybody. Yes, I do agree. We should be equality. But I don't feel like it's equality up into it's like it's only one way. Like I said, it's bias. It's only equality when they want it to be. It's not whenever you give any pushback and you say, hey, time out. That's not right. Y'all are trying to groom kids through games now. Like, first y'all did it in their schools. Y'all did it in the movies. And now you came to the gaming industry. Oh, nah, man. It's time for us to stand up against this. And it's crazy that it took the gaming industry to push back, because the movie industry, they tried to do it, but they're not doing it right. I don't know if it's like out of their hands, or I don't know why it's not really working towards movie industry, but the gamers are not having it. And, you know, I'm just going to have to stand 10 toes down, you know, stand on business on this one, for real, because I'm just disgusted by the whole thing that we have to sit back and not be able to say anything. It's just, I don't feel like that's equality. I mean, they have to really explain to us what do they feel like is equality. And then they have some nerve to ask why all of these new games, all of these AAA games are flopping. Like, look at Final Fantasy. You know, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. You know, that game is flopping because I heard Final Fantasy 16 had some woke stuff in it. You know, and it's just like, okay, if the masses, if your main audience, if, like, let's say, you know, if 85 to 90% of your audience is Christians and you know, straight people, why are you trying to cater to 5% of or 10% of, you know, the community, of the gaming community? What sense does that make? So you're risking billions or even millions of dollars to cater to 5 to 10% of people of the woke community. whoever it is, they are risking it all, man. That's crazy. I'm just trying to still figure out. All y'all games are flopping. Spider-Man ain't doing as good as it should. I don't even know if it broke even, you know. Then you got Horizon out here woke with the DLC. That probably flopped because I ain't really even heard nobody talking about it. You know, now they're mad at, you know, all the, I don't know, woke mob out there mad at, you know, pretty much Final Fantasy 7 because a pretty girl is on there. Look at Tomb Raider. All of these games, look at Tomb Raider. She's looking like a man. Look at Dead Island 2. They have a transgender She-Hulk zombie bride. Like, come on, man. Really? A She-Hulk zombie bride that's a transgender in Dead Island 2. Bro, I stopped the whole entire game, bro. I couldn't do it. I was so offended, bro. Like, for real. I was like, literally, I couldn't finish the game. The game was so good up until that point. And I just dropped the controller. I say, are you serious right now? Like, how you gonna destroy a zombie game, bro? Like, it wasn't even cool at that point. At this point, it's just out of control, and we get everybody's trying to eat. Like, look at Gorilla. Why would they need to make a Horizon Forbidden West DLC and make her a lesbian? Like, why would she even need to be that? You know, she already had the movement that she was a strong woman, you know, she was standing on her own, you know, 10 toes down, you know, she was standing on business. Like, she didn't need to go off and be gay. Now that's just proving our point that we're making. They're trying to woke everything up. Stop trying to woke everything up just to get a few dollars in your pocket. That's all. Listen, I get it. Everybody's trying to eat out here in these streets. We understand it. We get it. But we don't understand, why can't you eat in a different way and just write a good game without it having to be woke? You don't have to push the rainbow community and everything. You don't have to have women empowerment in all the movies like Madam Web, you know, Mrs. Marvel's, 10 different Marvel girls that just confused everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't get why Gorilla had to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just embarrassing to the fan base, to the Christians and straight people, man. We have to stand up for this. And I'm so happy that I'm seeing that now. I'm like, okay, so we get it. So I'm not the only one that is seeing this out here. And I've been spoke on this a long time ago. This was way before the whole, I'm gonna have to probably go back and pull that video up. This was bothering me a long time ago. I spoke on this whole woke thing. If I can find that video, I'm gonna clip it to the end of this video. Because I spoke on this whole woke thing, I think a long time ago, about basically Gorilla making, Aloy woke, in the DLC. And when I seen it, I felt so offended because, I'm spiritual. I was like, I don't like to see stuff that is out here misguiding young people because they're going to think that's okay and it's poison in their brain. That's the devil. That's a serpent. He is manipulating everybody through the system. So I would just like to say that. I'm not against nobody. I don't have a problem with anybody. If they want to do their own little woke politics, maybe they should create their own characters, their own movies and TV shows, and push that. Don't take everyone's favorite characters, favorite superheroes, favorite superhero games and movies, and then force all this woke garbage and all these woke agendas down everybody's throat and force them to accept it. And if they don't, they start calling you anti this, they call you anti that, you're a bigot. They start calling you all these slanderous names and calling you this, calling you that. And you're like, no, I just don't agree with your politics. That's all this is about. It's not me personally not liking you. It's about you are misguiding people out here in these gaming streets and movie streets and TV shows. Like, it just don't make any sense that we're not allowed to say anything if you're a Christian or if you're straight. If you're a straight person and a Christian, it's just like, move out the way. Let us do what we want to do because we want to live worldly and push all these little worldly things down your throat. All these sinful things. Like, this stuff is just disgusting at this point. Like, straight people and Christians, we don't want to go to the movies and see it, and we don't want to see it on our games. I'm just being real. We don't want to see two men kissing, two women kissing. Like, no, that is abomination, man. A man should not lay with another man. That is in the word, man. You are going to hell for that. Just to let you know. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to, cast the first stone and say that I'm all perfect, because I'm not. I'm not saying that. I don't look at nobody any type of way. But yes, you will go to hell if you don't change your ways. So you can't just keep accepting this entire gaming industry and poisoning everybody's mind and grooming everybody. And anytime that you give some pushback and you say you don't want nothing woke in a game or movie or TV shows, or clothes, they just keep screaming out diversity, diversity. That's all they say is diversity. That's all we want, is everything to go back to normal. Stop all the woke garbage. Stop hiring these, woke lunatics to woke all of your games up. Disrespect Christians and straight people, and nobody can stand up for them. That's all they're doing. They're just disrespecting Christians and straight people because they got the devil in them. They're demonic. These people are demonic. Like, they believe in anything that's going to get them paid. They will sell their soul, man. We see what goes on in the music industry. With Illuminatis. We see what goes on with them. They in all these cults and all these Masons and all that. We see what goes on in them. You see what happened to TD Jakes. You see what happened to Diddy. We see what goes on, man, when you sell your soul, man. This is what happened. This is what happens. That's why you do not follow these people, man. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they would do anything for $1. So don't follow behind them. Don't listen to them. Do not support nothing, none of these movements that they're trying to create, because you're going to end up in a place that you don't want to go, and it's going to be very hot, and it's called hell. I really just want to see how much how much are you getting paid? We want to see some receipts. Insomniac, how much are you getting paid? We want to see some receipts. Square Enix, especially y'all woke bastards, how much are y'all getting paid? We know y'all trying to keep the lights on. That's why y'all keep doing all of these little exclusive backdoor deals behind Xbox back, because y'all mad at Sony, because Sony lied to y'all. Sony been flopping for a long time now. Y'all just not caught on. All the fanboys, and I'm not just talking about one fanboys. I'm not just talking about Sony ponies. I'm talking about the gaming industry. All of these pony clubs like IGN, Metacritics, Gaming Award shows, all of those Decepticons. Y'all cannot believe them, because all of them are greedy, grimy, shady, and backstabbing. Like, anytime you say anything about anything woke, the first thing that come out their mouth is, oh, it's about diversity. We're trying to give everybody a chance. Diversity. Oh, well, what about the game? Why is it woke? Diversity. Oh, well, what about the movie? Why is it woke? Diversity. 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 Oh, well, why we got this in the game? Diversity. So everything is like, come on, man. You can't use that in every argument Everything is not diversity. Y'all just pushing agendas so that y'all can get paid. That's all it's about. Is money. Is y'all are in a point system with ESG, and they're paying off everybody to do all this woke garbage because they're bored and they're trillionaires and they ain't got nothing else to do with their life but had a demon and devils in them. They're a bunch of serpents just trying to destroy the gaming industry because they're mad and miserable, and they all going to hell. So if you're a part of it, you're gonna go too. That's just being real. You can't be a part of this, man. I'm not gonna be a part of this, man. Like, that's why I had to log off, Dead Island 2. It was too woke. I said, why is it a She-Hulk bride? What? First of all, why couldn't it be a groom? Why did it have to be a bride, though? Like, come on, let's just keep it a buck. Why does it have to be a bride? What's the groom? If it is gonna be a big Hulk type of zombie married person, like, and then jump on the cake. And I was like, when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, they took it there. They went a little overboard, a little over exaggerated with that one, and it took all the seriousness out of the game. It just killed it for me, man. And that was a good game, bro. That was a good game, man. And I'm just like disgusted when I seen that part. I was just like, wow, why? But why though? Just like Alo and Gorilla, why? Why do y'all have to sign y'all life away on the dotted line? Y'all don't even got to do that. Y'all been doing good. Just for a few extra dollars. How much are they paying y'all? I want to see some receipts. How much are they paying these companies to do that? Like, we need to start pulling receipts. Is it 100 million, 50 million, 200, 500 million? How much are y'all getting to pretty much destroy your company? Because that's what you're doing.